Theater of the Mind Flip.
Welcome to Theater of the Mind Flayer, a D&D play podcast set in the homebrewed world of Jekyll. We've got 2 DMs for some reason, which can only mean twice the fun. So sit back, relax, and enjoy your time at
Theater of the Mind Flip.
Oh, welcome to Theater of the Mind Flayer, where the conjecture about the 2024 Player's Handbook continues. I'm Jacob
We weren't
Machin.
talking about the Olympics?
We don't have Caleb Dowdall here. Once again, he'll come back. He'll come back. He'll be back. I'm here with the usual suspects. I'm here with Danielle Butlin.
Hello, hello.
Luke Sykes.
I didn't do it.
Michael Briganti.
Now I'm curious.
Hercules Maze, sorry.
Hello.
I'm so used to calling you Herc. What didn't Luke do? Let's go around the circle and see what we think.
I was leaning into the usual suspects.
Shushbacks.
Yeah,
Usual
no, Sean
suspects.
Connery.
I actually have a character that's about to come in that has that accent. Yeah. The Usual Suspects. Great film. Great story.
Don't even touch it. That's what they said.
Anyway, how y'all doing?
Fats. Better than Danielle is all I'm going to say.
Brian Singer directed, Kevin Spacey starred.
Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
It's a great movie.
It's a really
It's a
good
genuinely great movie. Yeah.
Brian Singer and Kevin Spacey. Double whammy.
Yeah. Double whammy. Whammy. How's everyone doing?
Whammy.
Yep.
Full disclosure, we recorded, like 10 hours ago, and everyone came back around.
I have much more energy today than yesterday.
There you go.
And
Luke's a morning person.
Yeah. I had to be
Yeah.
for work.
Yeah.
But now I feel bad that I yelled at Caleb so much yesterday. But he's not here for me to apologize. So I'll
Did you yell at
apologize to him.
Caleb? Oh, for his trivia treats?
Yeah. Sorry, Caleb. You're never going to watch this.
Except in editing.
As recompense, you're in charge of our trivia treats this time.
no. We're not there yet. We'll get there one day.
Okay, cool.
Just nope.
Yeah.
No, but.
So where are we then?
What if we're not there?
What?
I don't want to have to drive the whole shit.
This week's episode of Trivia Treats.
I guess we are a trivia treats.
All right then. What does a what's it called? An Odiug eat?
A what? An
what?
Odiog?
An Odiug.
Odiug.
Yeah.
It sounds like a Pokemon.
It looks a little bit like a Pokemon. Yeah.
I don't even think I know what
Dirt.
that is.
Do you know what it is?
It looks like a boulet, but it has like bristles for teeth. Is
Yeah.
that the... Yeah.
Yeah.
I want.
God, I need to spend more time doing things other than this.
You need to get outside.
Even Herc's like frowning a little bit.
What is an Odiug? How do I spell it? A or O or U?
Rocks.
That's one guess.
Shit.
That's 2 guesses.
People.
One of you is right.
Elves.
No.
Rocks.
When would
Shits.
Michael ever be right?
Hey man, I was killing it
They eat
yesterday.
shit. They literally eat
Excellent.
shit.
Yeah, they're just
It's
little
a shit monster.
Yeah.
just little poop guys.
They're like little dung beetles, but
Amazing.
bigger and
but
creepier.
massive and terrifying.
Yes.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
Trivia
been this
treat
week's
was
segment of
tasty
Trivia
today.
Treats.
Tasty like shit.
We're going to go ahead and play, what's it fucking called? Press conference. One of you is going to step out. We're going to decide what celebrity or what character you are from popular culture. And we're going to decide what has happened. And you come into the press conference and you answer our questions. Can everyone roll a d20 for me?
Doing the big one.
I'm going to do my least favorite die.
8.
Oh, for fuck's sake, natural 20.
3.
Out you go, Danielle.
You're meant to fail me. This is the die you gave me.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wait, let me roll the one that you gave me. Luke and I trade dice. Or die. I got a 7.
Wait till it matters.
Okay, so who is Danielle going to be?
Well, you're going to be someone who can tell us if she actually knows this person.
I will, yeah.
Okay. Let's go with...
Duke Franz Ferdinand.
I could do that one.
I don't know enough about it.
Yeah, I don't know enough.
The
to
band,
make.
Franz Ferdinand.
I know less about that than Archduke. I learned a lot about
I know
Archduke.
the one song.
Let's do
Let me take the
Made up
cursor off.
person or a real
Sylvester
person?
Stallone.
Either a real person or a character, like Harry Potter or something like that.
Does she have a favorite Animaniac?
No.
Oh.
fucking love the Animaniacs.
Does she have? Does she? Should we do? Not the Roadrunner. Who is
The
this?
Coyote?
Coyote.
Why was I thinking that?
Why
too?
were you thinking
I think
that?
he said Animaniacs. I was like,
Wile E. Coyote?
I like
Yeah.
All right.
Roadrunner.
All right. And what's he here for?
For starting up a new company that like the Acme Corporation.
Like a competitor for Acme.
Yeah.
Maybe he's suing Acme.
Maybe he's suing Acme.
He's suing
There was a
Acme
movie.
for the.
There was a movie about that
Was
that
there?
got
got
canceled
canned.
for
Fuck it. That's
tax
what we're doing.
reasons.
Oh no.
There we go. Danielle, you can come back.
Excuse me.
Jason here from Tune Time. I'm sorry, do you have a question first?
I'm also from Tomb Time, but I'll say my question.
What are you doing here?
I don't know why did they say that? Anyway,
Give us 1 second.
Michael,
we
an improv.
I had a question. Your reasoning behind this is understandable. Have you asked for any of your compatriots to join in on this endeavor?
Yes, absolutely.
you're gonna make this a class action?
Yes, as they say, this is power in numbers.
Right. Who from the crew are you joining in on this class action suit with, or bringing into this class action suit?
Those who were close to the incident.
Interesting.
Which incident? Because there's been a lot of incidents between you and this company before, and what incidents specifically did you have all your friends at? And are you sure you have friends?
You say someone close to the incident, one of the closest people to the incident, are they joining in perhaps the cause of some of these incidents? Sorry, tune time. We're kind of
similar
tacking onto each other's things. Yeah.
line of questioning. That's we're still in discussions around that, and it's an ongoing investigation. So certain things, we need to keep from the press at this stage.
Thomas from Merry Melodies here. How do you feel about one of your compatriots? They gave me a quote here. I want to see what you feel about that. Meep meep. Meep meep. Meep meep. Meep meep. Meep meep. Blah, blah, blah.
Also, we have one here that is.
A hamster from Pig Times. I have a question over here.
Go for it.
What was the incident that caused you to bring this to court?
The harassment by the farmer.
The harassment. Oh, have you heard about the harassment?
I'll say. My client here blew things out of my brain. I'll say my client here is not on any harassment suits. That is a separate claim here. I've got you. Don't worry about that.
Yes. If any, I'm the injured party in this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are. Do you have the sign that you painted? One of your classic signs that you paint? And hold up.
Yes.
Go ahead. Show them.
Piggybacking on that, what made you finally decide to break your vow of silence?
Hugs Bunny from the whole times. Is that a broken leg from falling off a cliff?
Be very, very quiet. We're hunting quotes.
I didn't watch this very much.
Watch what?
The Looney Tunes.
Okay.
I don't know the name of any of the characters.
Well,
Jacob, that was your one job.
I assumed she watched cartoons when we watched cartoons.
I mean, it's not necessarily a name character. You gotta figure it out.
It's a name character.
It's a name. It's a name.
It's a descriptive name.
Yeah, I mean, the name of the
Have you
character is
seen
in
how
the...
it's spelt?
So I need to know how it's spelled, just how it sounds.
He was quite the tricky fellow, wasn't he? Some might call him sneaky or...
Oh, yeah.
That one's a bit of a stretch.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, no
I
worries.
legitimately don't
That's
know
all right.
what it
Wile E. Coyote.
Too many
Wile E.
anvils to the head.
Coyote.
Yep, too
Yeah,
many anvils
too
to the
many
head. Too many
anvils.
anvils to the head.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that is how that game is played.
Sorry.
No, I don't need to apologize at all.
Wile E. Coyote suing Acme. Warner Brothers, release the movie. Give us the movie.
What was the
See,
other one
that
they canceled?
that was on like cable in Australia,
No,
wasn't it?
it was on free to air, yeah.
Which one?
It would have been
GTV?
channel. Yeah, it would have been channel 10 probably.
She's from Canberra.
Channel 10 was still.
She's a little...
You got
Canberra's
9,
a
10
little in
ABC.
the
It was on channel
sticks.
10 in the mornings on weekends,
Hmm.
which is when you were allowed to
Yeah,
watch
we were
cartoons.
allowed
Whereas
to watch
that low.
cartoons.
Sorry?
Channel 10, when channels were that low.
What time?
We only
though?
have 4 in the UK. BBC One, BBC
Only
2,
4
ITV,
channels?
and Channel 4.
Okay, so we had
Luke's
Channel
from
7,
the
Channel
1950s,
10,
by the way.
Channel 9,
He saw when color.
ABC, and SBS.
That's not
So
a lot of channels.
we didn't have
That's all free to air.
1 to
Yeah.
5
Yeah.
or anything.
Anything more than that was paid for.
Interesting.
Or so much like PBS or whatever.
I remember to play my video games, you had to put it on channel 3.
That's why you had to pay TV licenses in the UK. That's why there's no adverts as well.
Speaking of no adverts, let's jump straight
We
into a
don't
game
have
without any
adverts.
adverts because we have no sponsors. Yay!
Buble left us. Buble, come back.
Theater of the Mind Flip.
In
Our
Last session.
You
all
found
The end. The
Entrance.
Thank you.
to
the
temple
of Brigantia.
you
met,
with
Mother.
Cinta.
and
learnt,
about
Politics? Could be said period.
the
unification.
festival.
You
Jesus.
Explained.
what?
You explained what? Oh, you. I thought you were talking to me. I'm like, what did I do? You explain what has been happening.
has been
Luke.
Around.
Balked.
And
And Fiona.
Oh, dear God.
okay, so after that, Machin spoke to Agenar and told Agenar that they are that she's needed in this group. Force spoke to Nesh and decided to stop healing people, to stop worshipping his god inadvertently. You guys took a rest. You decided to head out into the festival, the beautiful, beautiful streets of Lorna Carth, the enormous trees with, what do you call them? Like tree houses in them. A lot of like steps that lead around some of the largest trees that some of the biggest creatures could walk up them. Streams, estuaries, what looks to be like small, like clay or stone shacks. As you made your way through the festival here, you ran into a edgelord Loxodon with katana with stickers on it, flame stickers, who went into the temple talking about some sort of investigation. You made your way out, and very quickly, Force and Etterath, like gleeful children, ran to the jousting place there and managed to pit Drake and R. Kelly against each other. They both went down, as they both should, and you guys, we ended our session with the crowd somewhat dispersing, the festivities continuing as you look around, and that's where we left off. As you hear the cheers of people, the slight popping of fireworks, you can see the day. It's a sunny, bright day. A little bit muggy, a little bit humid here in Lorna Carth. The smell of every animal imaginable wafting over your noses there. and I hand it back to you guys with the Church of Oran down towards the south west of the city, with the town hall, the council center in the middle there, with the big flower drooped over the top of it, and with many, many shops to be had if you wish to. I hand it over to you guys to see what you want to do immediately after the thrill of jousting. Etterath with a broken bottle, Force with a trident.
Right, that was our fun. What do you two want to do? I got my accent back.
Well, I mean, I think we should probably gather supplies, in case this meeting results in some sort of immediate action.
Wait, what meeting?
Are we not planning to go and set up a meeting with the council?
Oh yeah, Mother Cinta was doing that for us, wasn't she?
No.
Oh.
She appointed me her proxy.
Okay,
So it's up to us to secure the meeting?
Yes.
Oh.
this is gonna go well.
Well, I'm Mother Zinsa's proxy, so you know they will.
They were expecting us as well. We were supposed to meet with Callie in Maine when we first got here.
Exactly. So
Oh yeah, who sent us on that adventure?
Caleb's listened to the first 7 episodes. He would know. Unfortunately, he's not here.
Wasn't that the letter that Captain Aureus had?
Oh right, yes.
But then you've got a letter saying don't trust.
Yeah, but a letter from a mysterious stranger is not a letter that you should probably listen to.
True.
right. So
I don't know why that caused such a deep thought.
That was very wise. I think everyone that's ever played D&D is like, oh fuck. I get a letter from a stranger and I'm like, oh, it's fucking true. Everything the NPCs say is true.
inside a letter.
Came from the word from the mouth of DM. Must be.
Yeah.
Must be something we must hold on to.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, trust me, Chungus Mundungus is a linchpin for this whole thing.
Is the council in today? It's not like
Perhaps not, but it's worth going and checking to see if we can schedule something for, if not today, then tomorrow.
What if they say we have time now?
Well, exactly.
We're ready to.
Well, that's why I suggest we go and get supplies first, in case there's anything that anybody needs.
Cool. Anyone need anything?
I mean, are we
Come on, no.
preparing for like a scrap, or like preparing for like we gotta get out of town quick, or are we preparing like do we just need like fancy clothes, or
I mean, certainly the first two.
I would assume we're not gonna fight the head of states.
No, not themselves, but they might send us out of town immediately to go and then we might get into a scrap.
Okay.
I mean it's not off brand for us to fight the heads of state just in case. Wouldn't be far off.
They're not wrong.
I think we just should be aware that we need allies.
That is the whole point of why we're here. Allies.
Okay, well, I wouldn't mind going to the Unicornucopia.
Right, yes.
Hmm.
Well, let's head there then, unless there's anything on the way. What other shops would be on the way?
Cornucopia as the
What are you looking for?
If we're heading towards the cornucopia from where we are.
Cornucopia was like the magic shop, and there's the like general goods.
The Harangon
Yeah,
gave you a
there's a
whole
map.
list, and you've got
Yeah.
the list there. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Unicornucopia, the Phoenix Forge, the Griffin's Grimoire, the Toadstool Apothecary, the Fox's Finery, the Majestic Eagle's Perch, the Flutterby Butterfly Lounge, and the Tipsy Turtle Tavern.
Yeah, definitely have that all written down.
What was the book one called again?
The book, and also the Librarium of Knowledgum.
Something grimoire.
Okay.
Librarium of Knowledgum.
Yeah, but the Griffin Grimoire is a book shop. The Librarium of Knowledgum is
Right.
a library.
I wouldn't mind stopping by the library
Sure.
as well. I think knowledge is power.
Yes.
You are the proxy. Lead on.
Okay.
Right.
So you head back into the main kind of city area, away from that stable where the jousting,
As we're walking,
happened.
can I make a perception check to see if anyone's like taking notice?
Probably best.
That's a 19 on the die. Perception is pretty good. +6, 25.
25. As you're walking over some of the small bridges that kind of split, get you over the estuaries and things like that, heading towards what looks to be a large wooden building, almost like Roman pillars made of solid tree trunks and kind of carved to have that like waviness to them. The librarium, and not too far around from that, the beautiful like faux crystal shard building that is the Unicornucopia. Like someone's taken glass and like frosted it and kind of put the panels leaning up against each other in almost like a Native American kind of teepee situation. This beautiful triangular building, the Unicornucopia. You, Force, looking around, would notice that there are many eyes like falling upon your group. Mainly on Azorith and a few on Etterath. They are the outsiders here. They are the most human looking. And there are humanoids here. There's the odd, you would see the odd drow heavily kind of covered and bathed in sunscreen. And the odd...
Zinc.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just completely covered. And the odd high elf and wood elf. Elves here for some reason. As you make your way through, you would definitely notice... You would notice two things. You would notice that, first of all, the trench coat wearing edgelord Loxodon is kind of walking through the streets and just catches your eye. Just kind of looks at you all and then continues on. Kind of arms behind his back as he runs off. And the other thing you would notice is...
Sideburns flapping.
Yeah. The other thing you would notice is that from where the kind of the peak of the Church of Orin you can see, not too far in the distance, you just see the telltale sign of some sort of lens or something kind of shining. Like something's caught, like a scope or something has caught maybe you, but it moves on as quickly as you see it. It doesn't stay on you. Kind of flickers over you and then over the rest of the crowd. And if you follow it with that 25, 26?
25.
With the 25, you follow the shine of that. So you get the shine and you can kind of see it very lightly across people. It seems to be scanning the crowd, looking through the crowd. I'll say with a 25, it does dance over your group more than once.
With my passive, do I pick up any of that?
With your passive, you would pick up
him
force,
looking,
like noticing.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to clock in on that.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, just doing my due diligence.
And we're okay,
So far.
right?
But these
Good.
two are causing quite the attraction.
Ah, yes.
Can you turn into an animal?
Actually, that might be, draw less attention.
Give me a sec. Gonna sort of like duck into an alley.
Yeah. Make a real quick stealth check for me.
Wait, that's not metagaming. I have seen you fully shift, right?
Yeah.
How did I get? Yeah, it's the exact same roll. Wow, that's.
If only you were still blue.
If only.
We could have stuck a shell on you. You would have blended in. You'd been like my child.
10.
10 for a stealth for you is awful.
You head into an alley. Go ahead.
I'm not actually proficient in stealth.
Oh, really?
Amazing.
I have advantage on it though because of my key.
Go ahead and shift.
Yeah, I go full Wolfman.
Okay. As you go full Wolfman.
I'm gonna tear the sleeves,
Okay.
tear my sleeves off, and then just sort of fill out the.
As you do that,
oversized coat.
you would hear a gasp when you look down the alley, and you'd see what looks to be a young fox kind of teenager and like an older fox parent. They kind of look at you. The young fox looks up at the parent and says, "Is that one of them?" "Yes, that's one of the lycanthropes, probably from Gale Village. Come. And kind of ushers them away from you.
Is that what the fox said?
That's what the fox says. Ding, 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 ding.
That
No,
was a
that's
banger.
a crazy frog.
Something like that. Yeah, I come out. No sleeves. Actually, now filled. The shirt's actually properly fitted now, and like the jacket's actually.
You two, the attention on you. as a lycanthrope steps out into Lornakarth. You see that people are kind of all of a sudden turning and moving away from you as a group, creating a little bit of a berth.
This might have not been the best idea.
And you can see that there are a number of... Now, it's curious. The guard here in the city are as diverse as the city itself. It's more of a watchdog system, a neighborhood watch system. So you don't see anyone in uniforms, but you do see some of the
Karens and vests.
Yes,
No.
you see
Just the undercover cops where you're like, really?
With whistles.
citizens arrests. Yeah. So you see some of the burlier individuals, some of the minotaurs, some of the chunky like American bald eagle kind of broad-chested Aarakocra start to kind of step not in towards you, but start to make themselves known in the crowd.
Didn't you have free reign from what's his name?
Book. Yeah, I got mine.
Yeah, you're now Book's emissary.
I
You're
got my
Mother Since's emissary.
Right.
Yeah, see,
And it is the day of unification.
exactly. So stand tall, stand proud.
Exactly.
You're a long way from Gale Village, mate. As one of the minotaurs steps up.
Yeah, I am. Join the festival.
Right. Behave yourself, savage.
Well, that was quite rude.
Yeah, used to it. Unified.
No, it's sort of a front. People are unified if it's like in this weird sort of like shallow, ankle deep kind of way, but when it actually like matters to like proper stuff in like society and stuff like that, they don't care.
Maybe other lycanthropes will will notice you and
I mean, that's sort of why we're here, was trying to goodwill and stuff like that.
You're looking for goodwill? You're goodwill hunting?
Oh, no.
Walked into that one.
So, did you mean to hit that can real hard?
what do you mean?
Like canthrope?
That's how I pronounce it. That's how I've always pronounced it. This is nothing new, guys.
I thought that maybe the death of Alphen would change you, but no.
Draconate, lycanthrope.
Yeah.
Empire.
No, vampire.
So, library or
Which is first on our path
It's up to you. Where do you want to go first?
physically?
Where do you want to go first?
I mean, do we want to just like hit? Like some of us will just go to that, and some of us will.
Oh, well, I'd quite like to go to both.
Do you want to do a
If
montage
I'm
where we come
honest.
out of things and like wearing the things, watching and do all that
Bargains,
nonsense?
imprisoning me. All I see, absolute savings.
well, maybe the
Oh
unicorn
look, there's the
corporea.
library. Let's go
Okay.
in there.
Beautiful. You step up to the library. Thank you very much. You step up to the library. Beautiful, beautiful wooden building. Has this huge kind of awning at the front. These steps that kind of step up towards it. As you step up towards it, it doesn't seem very busy. People are busy out partying and hanging out. But as you step up, the front doors are open, a la a museum, essentially. And as you step on up, you do see that there is a small kind of like booth, like a glass booth with a little, dotted holes in the somewhat kind of crystal front there. And you can see what looks to be a mousy individual, like a long nose with a little snoot on the top with whiskers coming out of it, just kind of eternally twitching. These kind of big eyes, little ears that are kind of hooked there. You can see they're wearing a nice kind of shirt. They look up, they go, "Hi,
Hello.
hello, admission for 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, is admission not free on holidays?
Oh, you're not going to the exhibit upstairs.
Oh, what's the exhibit?
Oh, we have some of the best exhibits from Neodracht.
Oh,
Like art or history or
Like art and history, art and weapons that they've been using for war and stuff like that. Elves like Fiona, and Fiona like elves.
well.
Is a new development out of game?
Yes.
Okay.
Have they previously been allies in any capacity, or?
Go ahead and make a history check for me, both of you.
sitting on a 16 went to a 4, plus my 9, plus my 9, so 13.
13? Yeah.
6.
6. No idea. 13 force. The first oddity was seeing Drow in Gale Village.
Yes.
The next oddity is hearing that there is a not a preference towards elves, but at least a
Cultural exchange.
cultural exchange. I'll say yes. And now that
the
you think about it,
acceptance
there's
of Sir Alpin when we arrived at the Temple of Briganti and the Howling Ring,
say that again.
and the acceptance of Sir Alpin.
Anyway, if you're here just for the museum's open for the next like 3 months, so you do what you do.
How much to go up?
It'll be 20 gold piece each.
Each?
So it goes towards the war effort.
That's like
Sorry,
$2,000.
the
in-
war effort.
Well, to help those refugees from Neodracht come over here.
Right.
Maybe we can catch it another time.
Does that seem like a lot?
Yeah.
It seems like
Feels like a lot.
20
Yeah.
gold seems like a lot, but in a
Especially we
city
don't have
like
money.
Lornakarth,
Yeah.
like that's nothing for people that live in Lornakarth. You know, that's like getting a $8 coffee in Vancouver sort of thing. It's like, wow, it's what you pay in Vancouver, you know?
Yeah.
But a lot for people that have exclusively been in the jungle, on a ship, in a
Yeah,
jungle, in the Howling
The
Ring.
Not
only gold I
earning
have is what I
anything.
just earned.
Yeah.
So I'm
Right.
good. Let's
we
just
gave
go
away
Yeah,
that big bag of
maybe
money
we
that we
will
got
come
from the
back.
deck to the crew.
Yeah.
I realized that I was going through my
Yeah.
notes, being like, "Do we still have that big bag of money?"
When you did it,
Then
I was
we-
like,
Wait, what happened? You gave it to the crew?
"She gave it to the crew."
Hey, Agenar doesn't money.
Yeah.
Because
we-
it to the church.
we took it away from us because we were continuously pulling cards, so we didn't want it to disappear. So she gave it to the crew.
So you step past this individual, past the large set of stones.
Can we charge it to the Temple of Briganti?
Oh, we can't charge such things. I mean, we could. Do you have a?
It's a research. Research.
Well, I'll talk to my researcher.
Research.
It's research.
Do you have a, for those with a vow of poverty? Do you have
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check real quick.
What? That's my new way of
That one.
seeing life.
That
now.
one.
I'm not broke.
Looks at
I
you
have a vow
and
of
looks at
poverty.
you and says,
Well, perhaps if you were to bring a whole excursion of priests, but no, we don't exclusively have that. But if Mother
of course.
Zinzer would like to talk to, perhaps a Laura Rain song about that sort of thing.
right, right? Because Alora Rain's song.
Oh, she's in
set up-
charge of the library.
Right.
Did you have any flyers of the?
Yeah, of
'cause
course,
We can maybe we can take a bunch and we can go out to the city and hand them out and for a discounted rate. You know, a little tit for tat.
For-
roll a persuasion check for me.
Mm. 21.
21. Hands you 30 flyers and says,
If you get rid of at least half of these, I'll give you a discount.
I mean, if we get around to it, right?
Why not? Yes.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I'll go
Thank
do
you.
that right now. It'll be 2 minutes.
All 30?
Yeah. I'll walk around the corner and just throw them away and then walk back.
Ah.
I'll give it like 60 seconds.
okay.
And I'll come back with one.
As you throw them away, she looks at you and she says,
You got rid of all of them
Yeah.
to people?
Yeah.
Roll deception.
Can I roll persuasion?
Nope.
As a 15 plus 4 is 19.
Here we go. Insight check.
Oh no.
Okay. She looks at you and she says,
Okay. Okay. That'll be 15 gold piece each.
Nah, I can do that. Here you go. I'll cover 2 of you. My memes.
Hang on. Let me see how much.
I've also, I can.
Holding out on us money bags?
I'll give 30. I'll give 30 gold.
I'll give
for
30.
2.
Yeah. We're in.
excellent.
Thank you.
Sends you upstairs.
Save 5
she
gold
sends
each.
you- Here we are. As she sends you upstairs, you head up the stone steps. The exhibit is empty. No one else is up here. And as you step into this exhibit, it is your classic like Museum of Modern Art. There are like elven war outfits. Some of them like armored, similar to Alpen. Some of them look to be more like guerrilla tactics for like the wood elves. You see what look to be drow, like spider chitinous armor and things like that. You see a replica of a Dryder, a huge spider person, like a spider centaur, essentially. And as you look around, you would see that there is like a timeline progression around the room of the Neodracht war. As you get to the very front, there seems to be some sort of like stone mosaic that's been placed there, and you would see what looks to be sorry, I'm going through my Daelyn notes here. Oh, there we are.
Daelyn notes.
What looks to be
Who?
that old
Miss
one.
you. Love you.
What seems to be a tall elven king with a son, kind of hand on his shoulder. You would see that this mosaic portrays these two in a glorious light. You would know this to be King Aloysius Colm and his son. You would then see what looks to be, in the back of the mosaic, smaller figures, dwarven figures, surging forward. One at the front, a beautiful female dwarf, and you would see her reaching out to the young man. This is Queen Dendry Gallo.
It's a name I haven't heard before.
As you move your way around, you would see I gotta remember how to pronounce it. Beautiful. I really fuck myself over with names. You would see what looks to be a beautiful, almost like what's the elven city in Lord of the Rings? Sure. Beautiful elven city. You see Thithlothlund written across the top.
Lothlorien? Is that
Thithlothlund.
Oh,
Lothlorien, probably, yeah.
And that's the
wood
forest
one
place.
or the Elrond one?
No, the Elrond one.
Oh, that's
the crystal
one.
one. Yeah. Thithlothlund written across the top there. As you make your way around, you would see that the dwarven kind of hovel is known as Gachgazir. Gachgazir. I wrote way too many names down here. As you make your way around, you get the vibe of a story of love, and of a love that led to tragedy. There is a glossed over part to how the war began, whose love was lost, whose love was given. But it seems that the elves were attacked by the dwarves, and as a result, the elves fought back. As the elves fought back, they cracked into the Underdark, and as a result, the elves got their Underdark cousins to surge up and attack the dwarves as well, driving the dwarves away. Elven armies of hundreds of thousands, archers, swordsmen, martial artists. Dwarves in smaller contingents. Groups of 5, groups of 6. Hundreds of these groups, but small tactical groups moving through, trying to either reclaim land or claim the lives of the elves. And in this whole kind of clusterfuck of nonsense, you would see that the elves, having deemed a threat to their land, these dwarves have driven the dwarves away from their mountains and their hovels, claimed the mountains, and that the dwarves now reside around the coastal region of Neodracht, not really their home territory. The elves have claimed success in this, in something called retribution or necessity. Anything specific you want to look for here as you look at the armor, as you look at the weaponry?
Sorry, go on. If you have something. I was just gonna say, can I, like, against my astounding history knowledge?
Yeah.
Can I just sort of do an investigation into sort of what I've been taught before, and if there seems to be any like changes to paint the elves in a more
Yeah, give me a history
hopeful
check.
light.
Give me a history check.
Let's go with this guy. Oh, I was almost 15. It was 5 on the die plus my 9, so 14.
From what you can tell as you look around, you would find like a plaque, and what looks to be a very beautiful painting of the older, King Aloysius Colm. Definitely has a long gray hair, sharp kind of cheekbones, stern gaze kind of look to him. No sign of the boy, but standing side by side with what looks to be a Loxodon, a tall, chunky Loxodon that you would recognize as Grovex Stockmore. And beside him, a beautiful auburn-haired woman with kind of ready auburn eyes that you would recognize as Queen Banrian. Looking at this iconography, it is definitely weighted towards the elves in a way that you wouldn't expect, I guess. Your understanding of the war is that it's a civil war between, two people. This display being almost exclusively elven, donated graciously by King Aloysius Colm, drow elite armor donated graciously by King Aloysius Colm, weapon of the 110th Battalion donated graciously by King Aloysius Colm.
That's a plaque or like a...
That is written under like every display donated graciously by King Aloysius Colm.
Oh, it's quite the new development. This relationship seems to have popped up in the last year that I haven't been here.
Yes, I wasn't really aware of Queen Banrian being involved in the Civil War, but it's not really a surprise. I'd like to look for anything about the king's son and the projected love interest, the dwarven love interest. If there's any more details on maybe what happened to those two, or if they're still...
Yeah, go ahead and make a real quick investigation or history check for me.
Investigation. 24.
24. Excellent. You find a dedication to Prince Evrahas Colum. And it simply says, "My dear boy, your heart was broken, and thus mine did too."
Would I know any history about, like, if the war was really the main, like, the thing that started the war, the main thing was sort of this forbidden love?
How old are you?
20, 30? Something like that? 28, something like... Yeah, 28.
You know that this war began near 200 years ago. Anything specifically, anything else specifically you'd want to know? Especially with your upbringing, I'm not sure you would have had the best education in this. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't. That's...
Your education...
Azorith doesn't really know
I'll
too
say
much
this,
about.
your education in Severe would have been quite balanced, even under Queen Banrian's rule. You would have been told that the elves and the dwarves didn't get along. The borders are protected to keep Severe safe, and the occasional refugee would come through. That being said, in the city of Oyer, or anywhere near the city, you would really only see... You would see some elven, high elven refugees, I guess. You would only have noticed any dwarves if you were out near the Shadowlands and out near the border, or up north of Oyer where the mountains are, near the mines. Any refugees that were dwarven were kind of sent to work in the mines, because that's what you love the mountains, go to the mountains. But that's about it as far as that war goes. It's kind of a dark area. Not a lot of info gets in, not a lot of info gets out.
Do you think they remember what they started fighting for?
Elves are pretty old, probably. 80% of them were probably alive back then as they are now.
Do you think the reasoning as to why a conflict between these two nations would still sit at the front of their minds? Or does it just get lost to the years and to the battles?
Yes, are they still fighting over the same thing, or are they now just fighting over the fighting?
Just fighting because that's all they've really known for the last little while. I suppose.
Well, you know how you find out answers to these questions? You ask people. You make fun of me for asking questions. Go ask questions.
Well, I'll be sure to ask King Aloysius the next time I see him.
Hold you to that.
Why did you start a war? And you know he will.
I want to take a look for any religious iconography of any kind, or any
Yes.
symbols and things that might be connected to lore, history, mythology.
Yeah, go ahead and make a real quick religion check.
Ooh, nice. That's a 19 on the die for a total of 25.
25, beautiful. You would notice with the elven iconography, a mixture of an odd mixture of the god Omar, god of speech and writing, the god of knowledge, but they seem to be wearing symbols of Nuada, the god of war and warriors, the elven armor. As you look upon the dwarven armor, or the dwarven imagery, because they don't have any dwarven armor, you would see what appears to be the Dunatus, the god of mountains and peaks, and Goivni, the god of smiths and healing.
Sorry.
Goivni.
Goivni.
Yeah, Goibhniu.
Goivni.
B.
Right, Guavni?
It's in your law doc. Yeah, Goivni. And for your information, Omar is a neutral good god. Nuada is a neutral god. Dunatus is a neutral god. Goivni is a neutral good god. That's the iconography that you would see there.
Good versus good. It's usually how things go. Everyone thinks that they're good.
But a lot of neutrality, so I don't think any...
My biggest enemy, the neutrals.
Tell my wife I said hello.
It doesn't look like, there's any... It's unlikely there's any interference.
From the gods?
Right. Yeah. Really must be a mortal combat.
How far into that did you get before you realized?
As soon as the word mortal, I was like, well, yeah. Like I was planning on saying and
Or someone's vying for more power.
True, but I mean,
are either of those two gods more accepted in Fianna? Four gods, either of those four gods more celebrated in Fianna? It's a Caleb question. All right.
No, I got it.
Insert Caleb here.
No, I'm looking over what I've got here. Really, in all honesty, Sylvanas is predominant in kind of Bokt, because it's kind of all nature.
Mm-hmm.
Your gods of smiths and healing and war, where the war's happening, especially over 200 years. Here, life and death balance. Brigantia, livestock, you know, animals.
Seems odd. One of
Yeah, our loosely, when we say livestock, we
she's
mean
the
animals.
shepherd and they're the sheep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
God, you've been to church before.
I have not. I have not gone to church a single day in my life.
You would know that Mananamaclear is worshipped on the oceans. The only other god here besides Orin and Brigantia that is probably worshipped a decent amount would be Balinus, the god of sun and light and warmth.
Yeah. Okay.
Those gods,
Natural nature domain.
yeah, those gods, Omar and what was I saying? Omar and Nuada and Dunatis and Goivni, not really present here a lot.
Right. Fair.
Yeah.
Cool.
You may get the odd person that's like, yeah, I'm actually a cleric of Dunatis. Okay, cool.
Good for you.
Yeah, good for you. Not a lot of people do it here.
It's interesting to see Queen Banrian here. Do you mind if I... Do you know what god or gods she follows, or what are most followed in Safirith?
It's a good question.
Give me a history check.
13 plus 1, 14.
You don't know what she worships. You do know that Omar, the god of speech and writing, the god of knowledge, is big for humans and there. You also know that Lug, the god of arts, travel, commerce, knowledge, life. But a big one, especially where you're from, is Mathmathamwe, the god of magic.
Not mathematics.
What? Maddox?
Mathematics.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of
God
math
of
in that.
nerds.
Who do you think the god of nerds would be?
God of knowledge.
No, like as in like in a real life anime kind of character. Who would the god of nerds be?
It's got to be like a Stephen Hawking, like a Stephen Hawking, Gary Gygax kind of
Oh, it's
hybrid.
probably
All
like
those
that.
guys that they had in that Futurama episode.
You know who's going to be? It's probably who created Steam?
Steam? Oh.
Oh.
Half-Life 3 guy.
Yeah.
Probably him.
Yeah.
Maybe Einstein?
But nerds and okay,
Yeah,
the-
like we're talking like
Pop
geeky
culture
nerds.
nerds.
Yeah.
But on the subject of Queen
Right.
Banrian, I don't really know specifically. I
Right.
mean, she's not really too public with a lot of her personal life, but I don't know. Most people we worship a multitude of gods, but there's just a lot of more talk about the Mathmathanwe, goddess of god of magic. So obviously 12 Point is very magic centric. So any people who choose to put their faith in a god is typically within there. That's about it. Yeah.
Right. Well,
I think. What?
no, you go.
No, I'm good. I was going to say, if we're done here, we should probably head down and find that book you wanted.
Right.
Let me have a quick look at something over here, and Azorith is just gonna take a quick look at any like elven brigades to try and see if there's any information about the first brigade of the elven Neodracht army.
Go ahead and
There's
roll
any,
another
like,
investigation check.
Locations of where they were mainly
Mhm,
based.
The first brigade.
That's how Alpin introduced himself. Oh fuck. 8.
8. The only thing you find is a painting, like a sketching that's been done of Aloysius Colm and his quote-unquote army with like dozens and dozens and dozens of high-ranking or mid-ranking elven individuals. You swear one of them
Looking for the young one.
yeah, you're looking for the young one with no facial hair. You swear you spot Alpin there. but it doesn't have any names on it. It doesn't have any rankings or anything.
Kind of put his hand on the painting and kind of run his thumb across it.
So you put your hand on the painting.
An alarm goes off.
Little mouse comes running up, glasses like suit, and goes, please, don't touch.
Sorry.
Don't touch. Please don't touch. Runs over to it and immediately starts to like prestidigitate and kind of the oils of the fingers.
Right.
Terrible.
Sorry.
Have you never been to a museum before?
I have.
You
I just...
uncouth heathen. What the touching the painting? What's
All
wrong
right.
with you?
Even
I know.
Name
Look, don't
call.
touch.
Right. Sorry. I was just having a look. Anyways.
Yeah, with your eyes, not your hands.
Whatever. And then
If you
Azorith will
need
kinda-
the Braille exhibit, we can supply
I
it for
don't
you.
need the Braille exhibit. Are we ready?
Oh, yes.
Excellent. You guys head back downstairs. Tick, 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 tick. So you head back downstairs. You can see that as you kind of head to the double doors that lead into the librarium at the bottom there, you can see that the librarium is like one solid, like single room with shelves and shelves and shelves of books, smaller bookshelves in the center of the room with different labels on them, tables that you can read at, balconies that you can kind of step up to, long, tall ladders that kind of swoop around the place there. And as you step on in, there's maybe a dozen people that you can see, what look to be a couple of younger students sitting around one table, kind of reading and giggling together. You can see what look to be a number of adults moving to different sections, just kind of picking up books and flicking through them. And you would see that at top of one of the ladders, there seems to be an individual just kind of pushing himself along, looking for a book. What are you looking for here? Little sparrow flies down.
Hello. Can I investigate to see whether that's like just like a regular sparrow, or is it like a located sparrow or something?
His name is Dewey.
Seems to be some sort of his name's Dewey now. Some sort of helper sparrow.
Great.
Is Malcolm and Reese around here as well?
No, but you do see up on the balcony what looks to be an enormous like slug-like creature that's just like moving along. It has books like on its spine like a stegosaurus, and as it does that, it just gets to one point and just goes with like a pseudopod and puts the books away. As you see the bookworm making his way around the balcony, putting things back.
That can't be good for the boss. Goo. Can't be good for the
Maybe it's
lifespan.
some
of the
sort
books.
of, like, like conditioning element. Helps keep them not moist, but the opposite of drying out.
Oiled.
Conditioned. So where would I find the mythology section?
Flies away with a sparkle of like dust and glitter. And as it does, it kind of goes up the ladder onto the second balcony. Just kind of flutters at a section around the corner there.
Right, I'm going to go and have a look, and feel free to browse.
I'll come help.
Oh, okay.
I'll be here. I'll sit down at a table.
Excellent.
Dad in the shopping center style.
Excellent. You head up the ladder or fly. It's up to you. It's up to you guys.
I'm gonna fly.
Indoors, I'm gonna use.
What are you
use my
doing,
faith.
Etterath?
Oh yeah, you can fly. I was like, I'm not gonna cast a spell.
I will wander off in the library.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see if I guess probably in like the religious section. I think I want to read up on some Briganti stuff.
Okay, cool. So you head off. The little sparrow kind of shows you where the religion section is.
Yeah.
Takes you over there. As you deep throat a pretzel, you two head up to the balcony. As you head up to the balcony, go ahead and give me an investigation check, and you two can go ahead and give me investigation checks. What are you doing, Force, at the moment?
I'm writing a little note, scrawling a little note,
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna say, "Your hard-shell friend has an answer."
Your hard shell friend has an answer.
Yeah.
Excellent. What's your passive perception?
Not great. I think it's like 16.
Beautiful.
Let me check that though.
Excellent.
That's not bad.
Rolled
It is
11.
16.
I'll say whether it's bad or not.
I'm just saying, mine's an 11.
I
16.
actually know my character sheet. Look at that. It's 16.
Excellent. 16. Cool. What did you
Rolled
roll
a
there?
4.
4.
22.
22.
Hey.
What are you looking for?
I'm helping Agenar really with.
Okay, beautiful.
Great. So I'm looking for mythology that might, be suggestive of old gods.
Some lewd drawings. Some suggestive.
Oh
No.
Oh, Jacob.
We weren't asking about goats, kids, and something. Yule goat, mystical fawns, the magic and mythology of the goat. Thank you, Google.
That's what you find on the.
And what are you looking for?
I was looking on some writings about Briganti and like their teachings and stuff, but I got a 2.
Okay, excellent.
I might start doing that. Is like say, hey Alexa, pull up some mythological books, and just see if they roll badly, this is what they find.
Yeah,
I
that
start
could
doing
work.
that.
Yeah. Okay, here's what happens. You looking for stuff on Brigantia start to fiddle your way through, but as you fiddle your way through, you're distracted by the fact that there is this not burly but kind of wiry looking where are we? This wiry looking lizard folk. Yeah. This wiry looking lizard folk. Just kind of like crocodile vibes, not alligator, but crocodile vibes. Just kind of looking over at you. Like, what's his name? Vex or something from Dex? Vector from Sonic.
From Sonic,
Yeah. Kind of looking over at you, looking you up and down. Kind of looking back at the books and looking back at you again. It's that thing of like you were looking and now you're like, for fuck's sake. And he's just looking you up and down. And then like a little bit of like a and looking back at you again. As that's happening, you look up old gods mythology. Okay. As you're looking up old gods mythology, it's curious. There's no exclusive like old gods anything. A lot of the mythology books are on the various kind of stories of the land, the eternal eel, the great geyser, Tangaroa. You would have heard stories of the plight of the Casbold Ocean, that sort of thing. And the best you can find with a 22 is a booklet that basically just says, where did they come from? And it's like a children's book with 14 kind of figures on the front.
Well, this looks interesting.
Ooh.
As you're pulling that out, you force, as you're writing away, who's this note to? You haven't handed it to anyone just yet.
No.
Beautiful. Excellent. You would feel someone stand over you and a blade pressed to your neck. Someone leans in the other side and just says, the church is looking for you. And that's where we're going to leave our session.
Oh.